This is Doofy McButterscotch, and we're back to do Ralph Fiennes. I haven't watched a lot of his movies, so this will be real quick. Schindler's List. It's about Ralph Fiennes being a Nazi, and Liam Neeson also being a Nazi, but he's a good Nazi. He wants to help the Jews instead of hurting them. And you've probably seen the thousands of films about the Holocaust, so this is not really too different. It's basically just Liam Neeson's story about how he helped out in the whole thing, and that's about it. I mean, it's pretty overrated. They say it's great, but aren't all Holocaust movies supposed to be moving? So really, there's not a lot to be said in this department that hasn't already been said. Made in Manhattan. Well, oh, there's a growl there. Yeah, Ralph Fiennes is the good guy, and Jennifer Lopez is the maid. And she's in Manhattan. And it's one of those love stories where Ralph Fiennes is the rich guy, and Jennifer Lopez eventually wins him over, and they fall in love, and that's about it. It's not really too great. And for all the women out there that are out there, I doubt there's a lot of chicks that are into Ralph Fiennes. I mean, out of all the guys out there, he is not the best looking. I mean, you don't have to be gay to know if a guy's not good looking or not, and he's average. Anyway, enough of that. The Avengers. Well, let's see. Yeah, this doesn't star Captain America or any of Marvel superheroes. It's the other Avengers. It's about it. Yeah, it's basically a knockoff of like spy movies, and if you've ever watched a James Bond film, you're probably not gonna like this because you'll immediately compare this to James Bond, and it's not gonna hold up. And it's also got coincidentally, Sean Connery is the villain in this, so how about that? Yeah, it's decent. It's not the best movie in the whole world, but it's decent. It's not terrible. Strange Days. Now this one was a strange movie. Yeah, it's all about people filming what they are seeing with their own eyes and selling it to other people. Like, if you walk around and you see a whole bunch of stuff, you can take that film and you can sell it to somebody else, and they can watch that as if they were you. Weird, isn't it? And it is. And it gets real fucked up, and yeah, don't watch this with your parents. That's for sure, because that's what I did. I mean, I thought this was a movie I could watch with my parents. Big fucking mistake. It was not a parent-friendly movie. I watched a little bit of it with them, but did not take too long to convince me that this was not something I could watch with them, and I had to watch the rest of it by myself. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're strange. What do I think of Ralph Fiennes? Well, I think he's okay as Voldemort, but he doesn't really stand out to me. He's kind of just iffy to me. I don't really have much of an opinion. Don't hate him, don't like him. He's just kind of a guy in the crowd for me. Laurence Fishburne. The Matrix. Wow, what do we think of this movie? I thought the original Matrix was pretty damn good. The sequels kind of got a little bit too complicated for me. But yeah, the Matrix, the first one, was really, really good. Lots of good special effects for the time. Lots of things you can make fun of. And if you make a movie that's made fun of a lot, that's a good thing, because, let's see, imitation is the finest form of flattery. Matrix is awesome. Moving story, great plot. You shouldn't watch the sequels unless you have no interest in plot whatsoever and you're just there for the sole purpose of special effects. Color Purple, boring as shit. It starred Oprah Winfrey, Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg were in this. And yeah, it's the story of an old black woman, and she goes throughout old America through racism, and Danny Glover beats the crap out of Whoopi Goldberg, and it's really boring. If you're a guy, this is gonna put you to sleep. It's not entertaining. It's boring. It's crap. There are way, way better movies about racism than The Color Purple. It's terrible. I fell asleep during this. I had to keep on reminding myself to not close my eyes or pause the movie and do something else. It was not that good. Apocalypse Now. We already did that one. Boys in the Hood. It's pretty good. Yeah, lots of gangster movies just have a whole bunch of cussing and not a lot else, but this, it's got some stuff in it. Got some entertainment value. And it's one of the first good gangster movies out there. There's just so many these days, it's just so terrible. But this is actually one of the good ones. I'd recommend it. It's pretty good. Event Horizon. This one is a bit fucked up. It's a horror movie set in space. And it's got the guy from Jurassic Park in it, Sam Neill, and he goes on the trip with Laurence Fishburne into space to figure out what went wrong with a satellite dish. And Sam Neill goes fucking nuts while Laurence Fishburne tries to save his shipmates. Turns out the satellite went into an evil dimension, probably hell, and the forces killed everyone on the crew, and it took over Sam Neill's senses. He turned into a bad guy, and he eventually he gouged his own eyes out because he was an evil motherfucker. And yeah, they eventually escape, but there's definitely some gross stuff in here. Gross stuff. Don't watch this with your mom, because that's what I did. I mean, I looked at the general plot. Space people go into space to figure out what the hell happened. And then I thought, oh, okay, that's good. And I forgot to read massive blood, gore, many satanic references, and horribleness. I forgot to read all the way to the very end, so that was my bad. Event Horizon. If you're into gross stuff, you could watch this a little bit. If not, don't watch it with your mom. Don't do it. What's love got to do with it? We're not gonna get done with this. Alright, we got pretty far. We will review these last two movies in the next video. We'll see you later next time.